Hello everyone, this is Simonopolized coming back with another speed build, and this time in The Sims 3, and just like off the bat from from the start, this is actually my third take with the voiceover. So I'm gonna feel like I'm repeating myself, but I don't know, I don't think it's a problem. Yeah, but anyway, like as I was saying in the first and second voiceovers that no one is ever gonna be able to listen to because the file got corrupted. um yeah, so right now I'm building in The Sims 3 because I got a little bit like burned off, burned off of The Sims 4. Like I open the game, I build a lot of houses and I do a lot of progress in building. Like I come along like a very long way, and then I just like get bored and I don't want to furnish or decorate anymore. And then I close the game, and what I do afterwards when I open The Sims like the second time, like I'm supposed to actually finish the build I started before, but instead of doing that, I just like start a whole new building, and like the same thing keeps happening all over. And right now I have a lot of unfinished like builds, like footage of unfinished builds. And the problem is that like when I look back on them, like I can remember which houses they are. The problem is that I can't remember in which save file they are, so I can't even go, like it's gonna take a very long time until I can actually put the pieces together of like the footages of the houses I have in comparison to, I don't know, like it's gonna take a lot of time, and I don't know, like I'm just not in the mood like to build in The Sims 4. And anyway, like today I opened The Sims 3, and this house was just calling onto me for some weird reason. And I don't know, like I loaded this household, looked at their house, and just immediately started renovating. And like I did not leave the game until I was finished with the house. And I think one of the reasons why I enjoyed actually building in The Sims 3, and this is actually one of the reasons why I play The Sims 3 instead of like The Sims 4, is because of the open world concept. Like with The Sims 4, I feel extremely disconnected from the whole world. Like, so anyway, like the house seems like it's a, like I cannot tie it to like a particular style or something. But in here, for example, like this is clearly a mid-century modern house, and I don't know, like the moment I looked at it and I looked at the houses like in the neighborhood, it's kind of like, I don't know, like I kind of started thinking like, yeah, maybe I'm gonna do this, and then when I renovate the next house, I'm gonna like use the exact same color of the brick or something, so it will tie in together and it will look like as if it was like built in the exact same era and stuff. Problem with The Sims 4 is that a lot of the surrounding buildings are set dressings, so you can't actually change them unless you have like the tool mod. And if you have the tool mod, you're just gonna take them out, so you're gonna have like an open field with literally nothing, which is also boring. Yeah, so anyway, when I was renovating the house, I had in mind like a successful couple, like a very successful couple in the, like in the sense of their career. Like they are both very well off in their career path, and like they don't have any children or anything, but they both became very successful. So yeah, like children wasn't in their plans, so they aren't like the very stereotypical family, like who start a family and then like, I don't know, have children or like try to have children. Like they didn't want to have children from the, like from very early on, and they just wanted to focus on their careers, and this is what they did. And I think they got way too invested in their own lives and then in their own careers that they kind of grew distant from each other. So the house kind of has like Eliza and Bob Pancake situation, in the sense that they have like a guest bedroom downstairs and their bedrooms are upstairs, but it's like two separate bedrooms. So they sleep separately, and I don't know, like they are still together because they think they can like figure it out, and maybe they do, maybe they don't. Yeah, but anyway, like after I was done and I started taking the screenshots and everything, I actually tried to, I don't know, like read the description of the household, and it turns out that they are like both, like there is a man and a woman, and I don't even know their names anymore because I'm pretty bad at names. I forget them all the time. But there's like a man and a woman in this household, and they are both still in the beginnings of their careers. So this is like the extremely opposite of what I was doing, and they aren't even together. Like they are just roommates. And I think the woman actually likes the house, and she is struggling, or like both of them are struggling with the mortgage. And the guy is struggling financially because he wants to be a painter, but like this isn't working out for him or something like that. Which kind of sounds weird to me because this house in this location with those views, like it's not a house that you just buy with your roomie or something, like in the very beginning of your career path. Like this is something, like this is a house that you would buy when you're like extremely wealthy, and not extremely wealthy, but I mean like financially stable. Yeah, not a house like this wouldn't be like your first house coming out of college or something. Like this is what I mean. Yeah, so what I have in mind is like in this exact same neighborhood there's an empty lot, so I was thinking about building a smallish mid-century modern apartment building and move them into like an apartment with like two bedrooms, because this makes more sense. And in this house I'm gonna move in like the exact couple I had in mind. The only problem is I don't actually like creating a sim. Like I sometimes like to have an existing sim where I don't know, like do some changes on, like I have an existing sim and I just like change their clothes and stuff, like to make them look a little bit more updated, like with the colors and the styles and everything, like so they wouldn't look like EA townies or something. Like this is what I like to do, but creating a sim from the start is not my thing. So I don't know, I'm gonna look like to the most similar household to the story that I had in this, like in Twinbrook, and I'm gonna move them into this house. And the household that is actually in this house, I'm gonna move them in a small apartment building. And by small, I mean like it's a big apartment building with many apartments and everything, but it's not the ones from Bridgeport. Yeah, so I think it's gonna be like maximum 3 or 4 stories or something like that, like 3 or 4 floors. Like I don't know why I was trying to be British for a second. Yeah, but anyway, so as you can see right now I'm working on the office, and if you want you can, I don't know, like change this room into a bedroom because it's well sized for a bedroom. And it has like kind of a Jack and Jill bathroom situation with the bedroom in the front that is supposed to be like the guest bedroom. So yeah, this house has like 3 bedrooms, and if you count the office as a bedroom too, which in a listing you would, it's gonna be 4 bedrooms, and it has 3.5 bathrooms. Yeah, and one of the bedrooms upstairs has a dressing room too, so that's also a nice feature. Yeah, and the focal point, like the thing that kind of was drawing me to this house, is like this atrium, or like the courtyard area. And I maintained that too because I liked it way too much. But the weird thing was that like before I renovated the house, the stairs were accessible from this courtyard area. So if you wanted to go upstairs and it was raining, like you're gonna have to be soaking wet. Like if you want to go upstairs, you're gonna come upstairs but soaking wet from the rain, which didn't make much sense to me, so this is why I changed it. made it look a little bit more realistic. And the nice thing about this house that it literally has extremely nice views from every single part of the house, like from every single window. And yeah, right now that I'm looking at the speedboat, I kind of pulled out this vent and I was planning on putting it everywhere, but I forgot to make the house look a little bit more realistic, but that's not a problem, I think. So anyway, yeah, like the views are extremely nice. I think like except of the front, like except of the front elevation, like the front of the house, the windows look like out on the, is it a lake or a river? I don't know. I think it's a lake or a river. Like, I don't know. Like it just looks out on water, so it looks extremely nice. Yeah, and there were a couple of things that I absolutely missed about The Sims 3, and I just loved it when I came back, like the create a style tool, like the foundation tools. Like you can just like do a lot of stuff in The Sims 3 that you cannot do in The Sims 4, and you can also do a lot of things in The Sims 4 that you cannot do in The Sims 3. So like this only creates a problem that I feel limited in like both games. Like I feel a little bit limited in The Sims 3 right now when I was building, because I, for example, cannot put the windows like freely on the grid. Like they are kind of fixed on this one tile grid, or like two tiles, depends on how wide the door or like the window is. But for example, if I go to The Sims 4, I don't have the create a style tool. I don't have the level of customizing I can do from the outside, like with the foundations and stuff. Like you can do a lot of stuff with the foundations in The Sims 3, and you can make a house look extremely unique, but you don't have those options in The Sims 4. Like this is the problem. And also in The Sims 3, because it's open world, so like when I build The Sims 4, I feel extremely disconnected from the whole world, and I think this is why I get burned out when I'm building in The Sims 4. This is the problem, because I cannot feel a connection to the neighborhood. I cannot feel a connection to the house I'm building. But this house, like I kind of had a whole kind of idea, and I kind of had a whole perspective on how this whole neighborhood is gonna look like. And I was thinking to myself, like, if I use this kind of brick, then I'm gonna use it like in the other houses too, as like accent walls and stuff. So the neighborhood will look a little bit cohesive. And I don't know, like I absolutely love building in The Sims 3, and I think I'm gonna build more. I know that I started like this Americana house, so maybe this is gonna be like my next speed build. Like if you're waiting, I don't know if you are or not, but if you're waiting for like Sims 4 buildings, I'm sorry, they're also coming in the future, but right now I think I enjoy building in The Sims 3 more, so there are more Sims 3 houses coming in the future. Anyway, I think the screenshots are coming right up, so I'm gonna cut off right here, and I'm gonna, I don't know, wish you all to stay happy, healthy, and safe. Yeah, so bye.